Kyle, here goes your tires, buddy.
Video, Kyle?
Brand new ones.
You could have at least put the front ones on the back.
Moving right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science.
That's very true.
We better be able to get two people on one train somehow.
Here it comes. Yep, that's it.
Because every time I'm in his office, he's sitting there and all of a sudden he just reaches like this and there's a piece of chicken in his hand.
I'm like, how much chicken is under your desk?
I overshot the R&D budget this week, so I'm gonna need that $250.
Moving it right day and night.
Welcome. Welcome from you.
Welcome for me. This is our 72nd.
I like our new intro.
I do too.
Yep, 72nd episode. Of course, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And we got a pretty cool special day today. Got a lot of people in the building.
There's a lot of people in the building.
Yeah. And make sure you like, share the video. Make sure you click on that little bell thing that reminds you that we go live, which is every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. And today
Eastern Standard Time.
Kyle and Aaron's back again. It's like you're what, fourth in a row? We're like the new team here, man.
We are. We've always been a good team.
I wonder, let us know who your favorite team is. How about that today?
Ooh.
How about that one? Let us know who your favorite Hot Shots live duo is.
Chris and Kevin.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. So, and also let us know where you're watching from. We like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do you still have a bet going on from which
South
state did you
Dakota.
want?
I want South Dakota.
All right, I'm gonna take Arizona. Anybody from Arizona, post up and get something free today. So let us know where you're watching from. Oh no, I'm lying. I didn't even look. We'd like to know what your daily driver is.
Oh.
Not your race car, not your cool car. What is your daily driver? So post below where you're from and what your daily driver is. And we're going to check those out. See, it's been kind of cool to see what kind of vehicles people are running out there. I bet we have a lot of trucks.
I would imagine so.
But I think we have a lot more too. So on today's video, we're going to be answering your questions like we always do. That's what we're here for. If you want to just ask questions the whole time, we'll answer them the whole time. So be sure to post those below. We're going to recap what's going on here at Hot Shot Secret, which is a lot right now. It's been kind of a busy day here. Now, we're going to start a two-part series here because we can't finish this today. But we're going to start talking about base oils. And I'm not going to be here next week, so you're going to have somebody else to finish it up with. But we get a lot of questions about the different types of motor oil we have, and what's a semi-synthetic, and what's a synthetic, and what is a PAO, polyalpha olefin? Oh no.
Oh, what's that?
I don't know. So we're going to talk about it. I think today we'll kind of cover the groups of oils, and then next week we'll kind of tie it all into how those groups apply to, our line of oils and why you may want some oil over another oil. So if you have oil questions, group questions, that type of stuff, let's bring them on today because we're going to tackle them. And we'll be giving away some free product. I think we'll stick with that. We're going to give away some oil analysis today. So for all those that wanted to check the health of your vehicle, today's the day. So comment, post up below, and we'll get some lucky winners that will do a full oil analysis of their vehicle. Now,
This is exciting.
this is pretty cool. We got a badass vehicle right in the building. I don't know if we've got how many cameras we got going, but Brandon Mass from Mass Traction is in the building, and he has been nice enough to bring his 2017 Ram 3500 in. So for all of you Cummins guys out there that have been waiting for our newly designed Frantz filter kits with the new stainless steel, actually I got it right here. We've traditionally had, it's really good hose.
It is.
But we traditionally give you this hose that you kind of cut to size and find a good location in your vehicle to place the Frantz filter. We've kind of brought our Frantz filters to the next level, and now we're supplying this really nice high-end stainless steel braided hose. The Cummins here, of course, has the return back to the oil cap, so we got quick disconnects for everything. Really nice, clean. But the problem with this is the location where you mount it. We sent them out already stamped and sealed on the ends, ready to go. So we need the measurements. So today we have a little bit of R&D going, product development going on with Brandon's truck here. So once we get it figured out and find the best location and figure out the best mounting location. We'll now have the measurements for the new stainless steel braided hoses, and we're going to make that available to everybody. So those with the Cummins can actually get the new kits with the upgraded hoses. Those of you with Cummins already that might have a similar location will then have hoses that we can offer if you just want to upgrade your hoses to the new hoses. We'll also be doing the magnets, the new insanely powerful magnet install on this Frantz filter. So it's a really quick and easy job. So a lot going on right here. We're glad Brandon's here today. We're probably going to bring him on later, say hi to him. That Trey Sykes is also in the building, the lumberjack himself. So Trey's been helping us out with the development on this product as well. So the two of them are gonna tackle that. So we're really excited about that. Glad to have those guys here. What else?
Sometimes people have jobs and can't watch us live.
Well, somebody last week said they were watching it on mute. It works. So
Well, anyway, people's schedules. You can always watch this at a later date in our syndication program, as we
Yep.
call it. We always give away product at the end, and try to answer as many questions. So definitely post questions, comments, and we may just pick you for a product giveaway.
yeah, which will be oil analysis today.
It's a good one.
So let's go on to last week's winner.
Oh.
Montana Hand is our winner from last week. So Montana Hand, if you're watching now, if you're watching syndicated, send us a message. We will contact you since we saw your message that you posted last week. You're going to get a bottle of Transmission Stiction Eliminator, which is what we talked about last
correct.
week. So congratulations, Montana. Get with us and we'll get you out a bottle. And web announcements. What we got going on in the web?
Just subscribe to our newsletter. Just to find out all the fun stuff. That
Yep, and we're really populated with a lot of really cool stuff. So make sure you...
And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
it's-
There's going to be a couple new products coming out here shortly, so
Brrr.
be ready for it.
All
Be
right.
ready sign up for the update so you are notified.
All right. And in retail world, Diesel Extremes 32 ounce is currently $1.50 off at Tractor Supply. So TSCs are all over the place. So good time to stock up on your Diesel Extreme. That's the larger bottle, the quart size. So good deal there. $1.50 off. That's still going on. I think it runs through the month even. So make sure you pick that up. And how about our dealer shout outs? So let's see. Underground Diesels from Ogles Bay, Texas has a full line of our additives. So welcome to Underground Diesels. And also we got Diamond K Repair. That's in Patton, Missouri. Not a new dealer, but they're now carrying a full line of our additives. So we appreciate them being on with us and now increasing our product line. We really like to see that our dealers, they have access to our full line. So it's really cool that as we get more product development, a lot of our dealers are expanding their line, expanding their offerings to the customers. So, so thanks again, Underground Diesels and Diamond K Repair. And remember, send us your stickers. We got our wall, as you can see today, the way, I think Josh is back there with the camera, so he's probably getting shots of the truck and everything. And as you can see, we work on stuff. Our wall's right there in the background. So as we do every week now, we add some new stuff to the wall.
That's right.
And you got pretty
I'm
good
just
at
jealous.
it. You sucked last week, though.
Yeah, there were some dudes.
Yeah. So this week we are going to add, guess who?
Does his name start with Brandon?
Mass Traction.
All right.
Brandon Mass from Mass Traction, make the wall. You can give a round of applause back there. There you go. Oh, there's a Don woohoo I even heard.
What? Don's in here?
Sounded like it. And next up for the wall, we got Black Diamond Diesel Performance and Fab. Welcome aboard, new dealer of ours. We're really happy to have them aboard.
Did they carry our Black Diamond oil?
I know, I thought about that. I was like, man, they better carry our Black Diamond oil. It'll look like it's their stuff. And this is really cool, which we'll talk about a little more on another episode. But Don and I this week, on Tuesday, we traveled up to Michigan to visit our friends at Mahindra Roxor. Really cool, saw their production line, how everything works there. But a lot of people don't know, you can look up these Mahindra Roxors. They are badass little side-by-sides, turbo diesel powered. They can pull a ton. I mean, they really have set the side-by-side market on fire. Well, we're happy that we do their aftermarket oil change kit. We partner with Mahindra on it. It's a co-branded product, and they use our green diamond oil, which we're going to talk about today, for the Mahindra. So not only do we get a sticker for the wall this time, this even has a front protection on it. The Roxers actually gave us one of the badges off the Roxers, off the assembly line. So we're going to put the badge on the wall.
This better work.
Yeah.
No, not bad. We're just keeping it here for the
Yeah, you better put it right side up. So again, send us in your decals, your stickers, friends, partners, dealers, retailers, you name it. Let us know. Bearded Medic, friends of the company. Where's your decal? I thought one was coming. And so what's going on TV this weekend?
I don't know. We don't even have a lumberjack sticker.
Yeah, where's the lumberjack sticker?
Production got set back.
Okay.
Couldn't let.
Sold out. Can't keep it in stock.
Very hard to come by.
Yeah.
Soon.
Coming soon.
All right.
What's going on in TV land?
Saturday at 1 p.m. on Truck U, it's going to be Diesel Extreme and EDT on Motor Trend.
That's a break room.
And at 10:30 on Sunday, it's talking about Stiction Eliminator.
That's right.
And we're going to have a lot more here shortly.
Oh
I
yeah.
have a feeling.
Yeah, we are. We did sign our contract with Brenton, and there is a lot planned for this year, and even more so. Maybe another time we'll talk about a lot of the new TV we got coming out. So, and we thank everybody. We hear that a lot when we're at races and shows. People learn of us for the first time a lot of time from our TV. So we thank all the guys at Truck U and all the stuff we work with. They're really good partners. So events coming up. MPMC's next week. I will be traveling out with Nikki to sunny Southern California, so I can't complain. But this is the Motorsports Parts Manufacturers Council. It's a part of SEMA, and I get to sit in a room and get interviewed by like a million media companies in a row nonstop for 3 straight days. So it's going to be long and tedious, but we are honored to be there. I mean, it is so. You know, you're lucky to be part of SEMA as a member, and then to get on this council is really tough. I think you said last week, I think the only other lubricant companies are Lucas Oil and AMSOIL. So to be in that company, we're a little old, you know, like a little old, medium old hotshot secret. We're really proud, so we're looking forward to that. And I'm sure you'll see media development out of that for the whole year. I mean, these people are stocking up their stuff, so we're really excited about that. And the O'Reilly Leadership Conference is also coming up. We'll have a booth there. This is also 3 days of us talking with all of our O'Reilly dealers or retailers. They bring on and all the managers in, and we get to educate them about the product. So when you go into an O'Reilly store and have a problem that you may need solved, they're educated on our products and how they can help you. So we really like that. It's a really cool thing O'Reilly's does. And I was down there last year, and it's a great event. So it's really fun. So that's down in Dallas here, coming up at the end of the month. Let's open marketing.
Marketing. We are this close to releasing the 1030 Green Diamond synthetic.
This close?
This close.
Now, is that a synthetic, full synthetic? Is that it?
Here we go.
We're going to talk about that.
It's a Group 3 synthetic.
And we got a whiteboard up today. Watch out. Usually these only come out when Chris comes around.
I know.
Like Chris has one of these in his back pocket. Like you can't go anywhere without Chris start drawing something up for you. So you going to be drawing today?
I might just.
All right, cool.
We'll see.
So we'll talk about maybe that 1030 today. And will be available on the website end of this month, Levi is saying. True story. 2 weeks, as we say here. 2 weeks, 1030 is going to be available. So for all of you guys with new trucks that they're dropping that viscosity recommendation down to the 30 weight, you don't have to leave Hot Shot Secret. We got you. We got you. And Levi promised by the end of the month, so we'll hold him to that. So, with Brandon?
Yes.
Oh,
off the
boy!
hook.
I
Right.
thought I was going to get you.
No.
So they surprised me last week with this segment, getting to know. So this week we're going to bring in our guests, Trey and Brandon. Come on in, guys. You guys can just hang out and
Hey, good afternoon.
join the
Thanks
conversation.
for having
What's up,
us.
bud?
Hey, good seeing you guys.
Mr. Lumberjack, make your way in here.
Chop your way in.
Yeah, watch the boom. Here you go. So, last week they surprised me with some of this this surprise segment, which had nothing to do with Hot Shots, but was strictly personal. And but we had fun with it. So, guess who's getting it this week?
Who?
Brandon Mass.
Oh my. What do you got for me?
So, for those of you that don't know Brandon runs Mass Traction, which is a track prep company. He has traveled all around the country, prepped some of the most, the biggest tracks around the country, some of the biggest races. I've known Brandon for years, and then ran into Brandon again out like in Arizona through the NHRDA, and then all of a sudden popped up in my backyard at Dragway 42 here, and we love to support Brandon. You can see his sleeves here. Check out his, you got that shot? Leave, you got another, look at that. Mass Traction Hot Shots. That's how much this guy loves us.
2020 merch.
Yeah, get that merch. So we love Brandon. We support Brandon. He's this truck that you see in here goes all over the country, and he puts so many miles on it. And he's a great ambassador for us because he uses our EDT, saves it tons of money.
The truck's had nothing in it but Hot Shot Secret. Since it's been brand new, 2017, it's got just under 100,000 miles.
Since 2017.
That's correct. That's correct.
So it gets work.
It gets work. It gets work a lot.
And so Brandon has a big year planned ahead, and obviously, you know, we partnered with Brandon. Like I said, we're lucky to use his truck. We're going to be putting a Frantz filter on there, and we're going to be turning him over to the Blue Diamond full PAO.
Yeah.
We're going to go some long intervals, really protect that motor and everything. But Brandon, before we get into that, we got some really important questions.
All right.
Has nothing to do about drag racing,
All right.
track prep,
Okay.
trucks, anything. Rapid fire. Where were you born?
Perham, Minnesota.
Where did you grow up?
Wheaton, Minnesota.
Minnesota boy. What was your first job?
Oh, I was building houses and roofing.
How old?
I don't know,
Curious.
15,
I was
16.
gonna say, good,
Yeah.
right?
All manual labor.
Where did you go to school?
Graduated from Brainerd High School.
And that's in
Brainerd, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Did you play sports growing up?
I did.
What did you play?
I was a nose guard.
Really?
Yeah,
I can see that
My
now.
job was to kill everything. So
Yeah.
I like that.
Some things never change.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's your favorite hobby?
Well,
Peeling rubber off racetracks?
that's right. I like messing with rubbers, concretes, and asphalts for sure.
And what's your favorite holiday?
You know, I like Christmas. You know,
I chose that last week.
but like Christmas by the pool
Yeah.
with no snow.
Right. Favorite alcoholic beverage?
I'd have to say Coors Light.
Because I did, what did we see in the back of the truck?
Oh, that's Bush NA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going a different route here in 2020.
Well, that's good.
Big
Good.
things happening with Mass Traction and Hot Shot Secrets, and need to keep a clear head.
Gotcha. Well, good for you, bud. And your favorite TV show or movie?
Oh man, TV show, movie, Six Pack. You know Six Pack?
Oh, come on.
I know the Six Pack. You do, apparently.
These little kids.
Six Pack is who was that? Kenny Rogers.
There you, I
Kenny
do.
Rogers
I
and
got
6
it.
little kids that work on his race car, a dirt car.
I got it. All right, you're off the hook. There was our. Oh, they just said check for any viewer questions. I do think if we do need to add one more question to this, because it's the same routine question. Ask me a question.
No.
Ask me a question.
Al Green or Marvin Gaye?
How green?
Al Green or Marvin Gaye?
Oh, you can't pass up little Marvin Gaye.
Inside joke. So now we know.
Check
One
it out.
21 sponsorship.
So.
Got it.
All right, let's see who's in. Dan Zelton's in. How you doing, Dan? Christian Bates, hey, how you doing? Levi's in. Thanks for tuning in today, Levi. We appreciate it. Trey's in. Sweet.
Yeah.
Chad Meyer 73's here. Devin Daniels says, hey, Kyle Fisher. How you doing, Devin? Chad Myers, 03 Dodge Dually in the winter, 1980 Volkswagen Rabbit truck in the summer.
Lovely.
It's really cool, too. If you go to Chad Myers 73 YouTube page, his build one is really cool. So check that out. Christian Bates, my daily used to be a 2001 Ford Excursion 7.3 4x4, but now it's a 2008 Jeep Patriot 2.4. What'd you do with the Excursion 7.3? I really want one of those.
Bad.
Yeah, we want one of those bad, so that's cool. Kevin Adams was hiding somewhere and watching us. James Bruce, top fans in the house. He says,
He's
good
gotta
afternoon,
stop
you
that.
studs. Just to let you know, I still did not get a call. Was I supposed to call? You supposed to call? Someone didn't do their homework.
Okay.
Someone call him.
Call James Bruce.
You're gonna get 4 calls.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna call too.
Oh, she still has the excursion, but it's a project truck right now. Well, that's what I want to do with it.
Yeah.
You're going to have to spill the beans, Christian. I want to know more about this.
Absolutely.
A 7.3 excursion project truck. That's cool.
Yeah.
Jerry Atkinson watching. How you doing, Jerry? Tommy Reek's in the house. What's up, Tommy? Artie Moppin. There he is. Talking to Artie last night. Artie, we're working on a Cummins right now, if you just tuned in. So we're going to get the measurements, because I know we've got a Cummins kit to put in on yours. So Devin Neal says he's a Hot Shots big fan. Matt Goody Goodrich, that's your buddy down there, says howdy.
Yeah, he's got a bunch that he got last time I was up.
Yep.
Six of them, so.
Yep. Sean Tripley says, will the magnets fit on the large bypass filter for a semi? You're talking about the Harvard filter. I'll tell you what, man, I don't know the answer to that question. I'm going to guess yes. If we need to add a couple more magnets, we will.
Right.
But to give an example, I was actually showing Artie Moppin yesterday the magnets. We were FaceTiming, and I'm showing him, and I was trying to show him how close it was to get to the metal. I got about 2 inches away, and the magnet was like, stong, and it sounded like a baseball bat hitting a flagpole. And I mean, it stopped everybody, and it's still over there. I couldn't get it off. Like, I got it to slide a little bit and just strip the paint off this metal. I'm like, man. So I'm gonna have to get something to pry it off. So they are crazy, crazy strong magnets. So we'll let you know. We haven't really tried one on the Harvard. Harvard filter is basically like our Frantz filter, but it's big. It's made for like semi trucks. It's a much bigger filter. Yeah. Yep. James Bruce would like to win a new Frantz filter kit for Olga 2003. Well, we're not giving that one away. We are giving away we're giving away a test kit. So, Chad Myers, have you looked into the draw pump yet for the oil analysis sample kit?
Let's say no.
Say
I
no.
mean, we know.
I don't know.
Would that be like an extractor?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's right. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, because I saw the one that you had.
Right.
And one of our competitive companies offers them. They just buy them and slap a sticker on them. So we
have stickers.
We have stickers, and we have the draw pumps. So I'll look into that, Chad. I know that was something. That's my to-do list. One of the things I noticed people are doing lately, and we just don't have enough time in the day to always stay up on this stuff. But as we get all the measurements done, like thanks for Brandon and Trey coming in to help us out with this today, so we can have the Cummins kit ready for you. As we start to get all the Frantz kits lined up for all the new trucks and everything, I think we'll look into some of these accessories we've talked about, because what a lot of people are doing is just putting a T-fitting on right off like the top there with a valve on it.
So you can get the analysis.
So yeah, so you don't have to do anything but just turn a valve, get your sample kit, and turn it off. So you're good. So why not? And we can put that together and figure out how to package it and just offer it to people. So that's something we'll look to do too. So stay tuned for that, Chad. Nicholas Chappelle, one of our new dealers, has been using my test can of Never Rust on everything. I need some cases now. Yeah, we mentioned it a few weeks ago, and I told some of the dealers I'd send them out a test kit. So good to hear, Nick. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you really like it. We will have cases available soon, and be ready to go. So. Anthony Smith is watching. How you doing, Turtle? Anthony, this past weekend, the Memphis Street Outlaws were out in California. Long trip for them.
Long trip.
Mr. Anthony Smith, if you guys saw his car in the Hot Shots booth at PRI, he had just got it completely redone.
Right.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
Gorgeous. Put it in the wall of California.
No.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, the back rear fender and a little bit of the wing there. But I'll tell you what, these guys don't care. They got a race to go. Anthony made it all the way to the finals. So congrats, Anthony. Sorry about the car. The bright side is, like, everybody in the world got a picture of it when it was mint at PRI. So, but he's got a great body guy who did all that work, so he's going to bring it right back to new again here so soon. So I'm glad you're tuning in, Anthony. Appreciate it. Monday Fast in America, Dino says. Sean Bearded Medic, here he is. Soon getting a newer truck soon than bearded service decals, then I'll send some. Cool. We'll put them up on the wall when you're ready, bud. Dylan Earl, Mr. Irwin's watching. How you doing? Troy Kennedy, here comes a question. Watch out, it's Troy Kennedy. What happens if you spill FR3 on a rag and wipe your windshield with it? Bad stuff.
It's the same.
I don't think it's like a Rain-X product.
It works exactly the same as a Rain-X product.
Really?
Yes.
Because
But it's so fast. The windshield wipers actually break off.
you're gonna
Your fir-
ruin the integrity of the
Yeah.
wiper motor.
It's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiper blades are gone.
Yeah.
They
I would
just
not
fly off.
advise putting it on your windshield. All right, CJ Silmart's in, our friend from Air Dog there. Buster Kent's watching. And Nikki, he says, be good, guys. Yeah, Nikki's out today. Nikki from marketing is actually down at the Columbus RV show. As you guys know, we have a new line of RV products coming out soon. So Nikki's down there doing some market research for us, and so we can prepare for that market. So stay tuned. And she's obviously taking some time to tune in, so we appreciate it. There's your boy there, Janez Fitz.
Yeah, best one in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yep, best one
Janez.
tire and auto, right?
Yep, yep.
And Betty Randolph says hello from Morrow County. We like that. Isaac Feathers flexing that top fan badge. Says got the new banner displayed. Thanks again, guys. We're proud to have it. Appreciate it. And James Bruce says, just remember, living it right, day and night.
Yep.
All right. Brian Scheck's in. Brian Scheck, you are awful late, buddy. So, I want to talk, we're going to talk about oil and the categories. And again, we're going to get back to this next week and kind of like tie it in a little bit. Brandon, feel free to chime in on about how we're switching you from a green diamond all the way up to a blue diamond. You're about to find out why.
Yeah.
Trey, you understand the science behind this. Chime in when he slips because
gotcha.
you're more of a tribologist than I am when it comes to it.
He's probably more of a tribologist than I am.
Possibly.
You know what? Tribology.
Are you stripping?
I'm just gonna show you something.
Here it goes.
Should I look? Oh, there it
I
goes.
got the old tribology shirt on.
You got to. You got to. So,
Get you guys a good shot of that. Oh yeah.
he's look at he's flexing merch for Hot Shots now.
He is.
Available online,
Go
right?
online. This is the lovely 3X.
So let's talk and try to educate a little bit about groups of oils. This gets confused a lot, so I'm going to give you the floor and let's kind of run through this.
It's even more. It's out of control.
Okay?
We'll try to break it down.
I'm watching you too, so.
Okay, so make sure I spell one correctly.
Okay.
I'll know where we need this exactly. So right off the bat, there are 5 groups of oil, give or take.
Right.
There are exactly 5 for the API certification. There's a few zingers in there, so it makes it more than that. But the first one, Group 1 oils, I'm not even gonna write down. Well, sure, Group 1.
Right. Big.
These are not used for automotive applications or truck applications because the sulfur limit is way too high. They won't meet EPA standards, so it's off the table. The least crude, unrefined, done. We don't even need to.
So
talk
we'll never
about
even see Group 1 in an
it.
automotive
Not
application.
one, not
Right.
one.
So what's a Group 2?
Well, let's see. Group 2 is from crude oil.
Mm-hmm.
You're ready.
Mhm.
You're ready, aren't you?
Ready.
I'm supposed to write bigger than this. Here you go, Pete. 1, 2. This is, yeah, mineral-based oil from crude. Medium viscosity index, like 1 to
What people
120.
would call a dyno oil, maybe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Good job.
Conventional
Conventional.
dinosaur oil.
Do you want the marker?
I mean, I could write for you, and I can write big. It's up to you.
So the problem with or not the problem. Group 2 oils are all over the place in hydrocarbon length, chain length. So you have, I'll do circles instead of actual chains. Big, small, little bitty, all over the place. They're just, you don't know what you're gonna get. Over time, these break down. That happens.
Yep. So they shear out of grade.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So when somebody's
Here's
in,
their way of protection.
so somebody's in the store and they're looking at that wall of oil,
Mm-hmm.
when they see conventional,
Correct.
That's a group
That's
two.
a group 2.
Group 2.
Group 3 are synthetic, yeah,
Synthetic.
for synthesized hydrocarbons. They're made from the same crude oil, but it's a little tighter process, so you're gonna have a little more uniform in shape molecules. better than
Better than
Better
that.
than
Better,
Group
better
two.
protection, better resistance to shear. Yeah.
correct.
Yep.
Now, when they're inside that store again, looking at that wall of oil,
And it says synthetic.
it says synthetic.
Synthetic.
We're gonna call it. Everybody together.
Kind of synthetic. but
Synthetic.
For their advertising use, they're gonna call
Absolutely.
it synthetic. And then synthetic blend would be,
A semi-synthetic.
or semi-synthetic or a
Or
sim
2
blend
and
would be
3.
a 2 and a 3 blend. right?
Correct.
Correct.
So as the number gets higher, you're gonna get better protection.
Correct.
I'm going to school today, gentlemen.
Oh, just wait.
That's what we
I'm
try
Well,
to do.
and Brandon,
I'm
you've
gonna
been
The
blow
science
trials.
behind
Well,
this, yeah.
We're powered by
So
science.
where have I been? I
Now-
was in the.
Yeah.
And now, just to
1540, right?
catch up, our the semi-synthetic right in front of you, Brandon. If you flip that around and look at the label on the front, and you notice how we're probably the only people that put this on there. But you see the little green writing right above semi-synthetic. What's it say?
Group 2 and 3 blend.
Correct. So we try to educate people out there. Our semi-synthetic is a blend of a group 2 and a group 3.
Okay.
Now our quote full synthetic, which is the next one, is a full group 3. And remember, we have a little group 4 PAO, but not enough to brag, as he says. Right. And then after that is when we start getting into the greatest oil on the planet Earth,
Woo.
which is
4.
A.
No, it's 4, not A. There is no Group A oil.
Nitpicking.
You're trying to confuse me.
Group 4. And we proudly sell the heck out of Group 4 oil.
Absolutely.
And nobody does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then what makes it so special?
I'm gonna blow your mind here in a while because I'm gonna go into it, believe it or not.
Oh, can't wait.
Oh man, sorry. That's my water. Synthesized from small molecules. I'll get into it a little bit more. It's still made from crude oil, but it's broken down. It's broken down into really small molecules and then built up to a certain exact. These are the exact same
Tolerance.
chain length. Yeah.
Length
Right.
of hydrocarbon.
These. Yeah. See, this is a circle. Then we have to go back up to the top. Just go with it.
Yep.
These functional groups, saturated places for oxidation
Mhm.
to happen. It also causes steric hindrance. This is a flat circle, but these may like each other. They may hate each other, so they can bend
Be
the
polarized or.
the molecules one way or the other. So these are static control.
Mhm.
They're just a good time waiting to happen.
Right.
The group 3s have a lot less areas of saturation, so a lot less chance for oxidation and shearing as well.
Which is why when you talk about a conventional oil, you can only get so many miles on it before you have to change it.
Yep.
People that go with a synthetic oil, there's less areas for it to oxidize,
Right.
the chain to break, fall out of grade, so it can last a little longer.
Correct.
Now when you get to group 4, these look identical.
Yeah. It's a twinsy convention.
Twinsy convention.
Twinsy convention.
That's all I got.
That's an industry term.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
The
so
limited
and
STLA.
very few, if any,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
cloning to the best degree possible.
Right.
are there any of those groups hanging off, those functional groups hanging off
Not
for
so-
oxidation?
Not very much.
Right.
Once
they're extremely rare.
once in a while there'll be an impurity. So not only does it doesn't oxidize here, the antioxidants in the CK4 package.
Mhm.
I'm just doing these to be different. Will actually, if there's heterocyclic compounds, the antioxidants are in competition. So even though you have antioxidants inside this oil, they're getting beat out by the oil itself.
Right.
And it's negating it. So you need a lot less antioxidants than a PAO,
Right.
even though it doesn't oxidize hardly at all to
Right.
begin with. But there's
Sure.
still going to be some in the CK4 package.
Right.
So there's a lot of advantages to the PAO.
And,
And they don't
specifically to the shearability of it.
Absolutely.
So this is why the one of the simplest way I try to explain the different groups to people is when you're talking about a group 2 conventional, again, under severe strain tests that we can put on it, they generally will hold for 1,000 to 2,000 hours before these various chains start to break and you start to come out of.
I'm really wondering where you get those numbers.
Chris.
I know. I think we're gonna have to talk to Chris about the numbers.
Okay.
I'm not. I just wonder which piece of literature that came from. That's all.
Bring Chris in.
Seems like a lot.
So it's
Seems
less than
like
anything.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so less than that. In the group 3, when we call them synthetic, they can go literally double that. They can extend
Right.
the time to 2,000 to 4,000 hours.
Right.
When we get to a group 4, this is why it's important to understand. We're not really talking about 2, 3, and 4. It's literally like 2, 3. Group 4s are up here because they'll go 45,000 hours, and the test will show it's still engraved. And it's because it is that much of a true synthetic. It is man-made, if you will. Like, man breaks this down, builds these up, and that way it's the molecular compound of it won't let it shear. So that's what makes a Group 4 special. It's not even, you got your conventionals and synthetics do a little bit better job. Group 4 PAOs are off the charts, and that's why and we'll get into our lineup, next week as we kind of button this up, but that's why when we offer a Group 2, Group 3 blend semi-synthetic, another green diamond full synthetic. The blue diamond that's about to go in this bad truck right here is really designed for a long interval because it will never fall out of grade. Right. We have truckers running this stuff well over 100,000 miles. We do oil analysis on it, and they are still sitting perfectly. This is a 5W40 we're going to put in.
That's right.
100,000 miles later, it is a 5W40. It sits right in grade because it's a Group 4 man-made product. Whereas opposed to the other ones, your 40 weight's going to become a 35 weight, it's going to become a 32 weight, and that's when we say, hey, it's time to change. You need to get new oil, and it's no longer protecting the motor. Right. So I really want to make people understand that the difference between a 3 and a 4 is not the difference between 2 and 3. I mean, it's light years above. That's also why we have 2 different places where we use Group 4s. We use it in our Blue Diamond, which is our highest in oil. We also use it in all of our adrenaline racing oils. The reason why we use it in our adrenaline racing oils is because we want a strong resistance against shearability because it's a different application. They're not going 100,000 miles. They go a quarter mile at a time.
And temperature resistance.
Exactly. And that extreme load that they put on that oil, these race cars can
oxidize a lot quicker in no time.
And they can shear that oil literally in a couple passes. These big horsepower cars will beat that oil up if it's a synthetic or a conventional, and it will come out of grade by their 3rd pass. Now they're not protecting the motor. So that's why we also use a Group 4 PAO, full PAO, no blend, full PAO in all of our racing oils too.
Can I add to your point on the shear on the race cars?
Yep.
So
you're only supposed to be a tribologist, not
right. So to illustrate something that people might have heard before, to kind of go along with you talking about how the Group 2s can shear out of grade. A lot of bracket racers, dirt track racers, whatever, they'll say, "Oh, we got to put this oil in, and then we got to break it in." So they'll get 3 or 4 passes on it, and when they put it in there for the first pass, it's a slower pass. Each pass up until it gets broken in gets quicker, and then their oil's broken in. When they say it's broken in, it's really not broken in, it's broken down. It's sheared out of grade. And so you've got a thinner oil. So say if you put something that comes in some random white bottle that's a 1540 in there, and you go down and you make 3 or 4 passes, well, then you got your 4 or 500s back. Well, the reason you got that back is because you took the old oil out, you put new oil in, you made your 5 hard passes, and you got your 500s back because you've thinned that back out from 1540 down to like a 25 or something. Mixed it with your methanol that you're running, and now you got a good old thin, fast oil.
Yeah.
But you've got no protection.
None.
So
you're telling me we're going to put in the Mac Daddy of all oils into the Ram,
absolutely.
Yeah.
and oil is not going to break down. 100,000 miles. So what I'm hearing is that we're going to install this Frantz filter, and you were explaining that we're going to do a 10% bleed off to clean the oil because it's not going to break down, but oil does get dirty.
Right.
Correct.
And so I like to say there's 3 things that, and you're getting the gold package. This is, for anybody out there, this is the best thing you can do to any vehicle, is run a PAO oil with a bypass filter doing oil analysis. I mean, you're through the roof on this. These are our true oil nerds, So, by the way, Christian Bates just asked, so with the Blue Diamond, how do they run long intervals on it with the added Frantz filter? So this is exactly how we do it. There's 3 things you got to watch.
Okay.
Where a tribologist will say, well, he'll give you like 9. There's 3 main things that you got to watch is when we tell you it's time to change that oil, get it out of the motor, it's no longer protecting.
Roger.
Number 1, it's got to stay in grade. You put in a 540 in there, we need a 40 weight in that motor to protect it. So when that starts to shear and come out of grade, it's no longer protecting the motor's time to go. Conventional doesn't last too long. Semi-synthetic lasts longer. Synthetics last a little longer. This will never run out of grade. So we literally take that element off the table. Problem solved. You never have to worry about shearability. Now we'll do oil analysis every 10,000 miles.
Okay.
The oil analysis will show us the viscosity. So we'll check on it. But we know it's PAO and we know it's going to stay. The second thing you have to do is, no matter what you do, especially in a diesel application like this, you are going to use up your detergent package in it. It's a counteractive to the dirt and the soot and everything. So over time, your detergent package, it's like Chris says, it's kind of like if you put a little bit of Dawn in your dishes. Well, once you start doing enough dishes, it's kind of like you need another squirt after a little while.
Right.
So after 10,000 miles or so, we'll do an oil analysis. We'll check your TBN. Right there, your total base number. And that's basically a measurement of your detergent package in there. Once that detergent level comes down low enough, a turbologist is going to tell you it's time to change your oil. There's not enough detergent left in it to protect your motor. Well, guess what we got? We got all the good stuff that comes in the oil right here. So as we do your analysis, and let's say we hit, you're at your 20,000 mile mark and we're doing a check, and we see your TBN level drop down to like a 4 or something. There's a little chart here. We'll tell you, hey, go add 4 ounces of this to the motor. That will bring your detergent package right back up. Hit the road. Keep going.
Awesome.
So we've literally taken now the second thing that will tell you to stop, change your oil. We're taking that off the table too, so we can solve that problem.
Wow.
The third thing and final thing, basically final thing that will make you need to change your oil is just simply keeping it clean. Once there's too much dirt in it, silica, or soot, then it is going to, it's just too dirty for the motor. It's no longer doing its job.
Sure.
Hence, bypass filter. So we're going to put this bypass filter on, as Trey mentioned. It's going to bleed about 10% of your fuel line, of your oil flow off. We're going to run it through a filter. It's going to take everything out down to like a 1 micron level. And now, remember, your spin-on filter, we're already filtering your oil with your factory filter.
Yeah.
But that's really going to protect, that's what, 15, 20 microns? Around there?
Around that 20.
And they need that for flow.
Yeah, I mean, they just can't literally
Plugged, yeah.
go any
Sure.
slower because it needs oil to keep running to the
Sure.
motor. So it's the best you can do with the car. But if we bleed off some of it and strain it down, now we can get all the particles out. And the great thing about when you're previously just protecting your motor from 15 or 20 micron particles or larger, like Trey always tells us,
Right.
the really problem particles,
The wear particles are 5 to 7 microns.
4 7,
Yeah.
5 7,
Okay.
yeah.
so that
So
sweet spot is just,
Those are never even filtered out by your.
They're just constantly
Right.
flowing.
they
through.
constantly flow through the engine.
Right.
And those are the ones that find your cylinder walls, your ring landings.
They're in the bearings.
The ones that do the damage.
Right.
They are.
Absolutely.
Right.
So we now take that off the table. We get all that out of there, and so, and one of the unique things about running this type of setup too, like I like to say, the unique part is normally when you're running oil, just normal oil intervals and changing, your oil's great the day you changed it. The second day it's a little worse. The third day it's a little worse. By the time your oil interval's over, it's nasty. When you run this type of setup, every single day it is clean oil. Your motor never sees dirty oil. I mean, it's just constantly 1 micron filtered oil with a full package of detergents in it, and then we know it's going to stay in grade.
Right.
So it's the real magic ticket to really taking care of a vehicle. Now, at some point we're going to have to change your oil.
Yeah, like a year from now.
We don't know when yet.
Maybe 6 months.
What will happen
How
is
many miles I put on ours.
we'll start doing oil analysis every 10,000 miles, and after we get a couple plotted points, it'll start to show us a trajectory. I talked to Crystal quite a while about this today, because soot is less than 1 micron. So that's why diesel trucks, when you put new oil in, right away it's black. We're like, what the heck? I just put
Right.
new oil in.
Right.
Black oil can actually be very clean oil. To your eye, it's like, oh, that's bad. But it's a diesel. Diesels are going to put soot in it, and soot's like dropping a drop of ink in a water glass, and it goes black real quick, So
Okay.
a little bit goes a long way. My understanding was, since it's less than 1 micron making it through the bypass filter, over time that builds up, and we just can't straighten it out. It's dirty, and it's got to go. Chris kind of corrected me today.
Good.
He said,
Only I didn't have to.
yeah, he said, actually, we cut down that soot so much that
Right.
that it can pick up, soot needs to stick to something.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually get more soot buildup from having more dirt in your oil. because the soot wants to stick to the dirt.
Okay.
Well, we're getting the dirt out. Dirt's big.
Right.
So once you pull the dirt out, the soot doesn't have anywhere to stick. So it stays very low. Or it catches on the dirt in the filter.
And sometimes soot sticks to itself and creates the larger particles a little.
Right. Right.
And if
So
it
the-
does, it'll get
The
filtered
one
out.
interesting point is we put a Frantz filter on one of our employees' trucks and ran it for 300 miles and did an oil analysis. And we do a particle count that tells you the amount of small particles, medium, all the way up.
Sure.
300 miles cleaner than new oil
Really?
as far as particle count.
Now when he says
Yes.
new oil, that means when you go to the shelf at the store,
Yeah,
we
brand
will
new,
pull
brand new.
virgin oil off the shelf,
Test it.
peel the full off, test it, and there's more dirt in there than after 300 miles going through a motor and going through a filter.
That's very impressive.
Which, side note, we've noticed that from some of our competitors that have dirty oil on the shelf. All of our oil, when we bottle it, we run it through a filter. So when we're on the shelf, we're already clean. We're already down there. So we just do the precaution we take to make sure
I like that.
we get the best product out there. So to keep running on this a little bit, we're not done. There's higher groups to the fore.
Really?
Yeah,
But oh my gosh,
But we're gonna swing back to it.
Man.
it's a little
Higher than
different.
four.
What do you think's next?
Well, this never breaks down. I mean, could you get any better?
Yep. So we're gonna get a new sheet. So here's where it takes a little left-hand turn. I don't want people to think Group 4 is about Josh will take. I think he probably posted up. Maybe.
That's terrible.
Thanks, Josh.
I need to go back and.
So what's unique about when we get into Group 5 here?
Okay.
Oh, you gave it away. He was supposed to guess. Man, come on.
When we get into Group 5, it's not like 2, 3, 4, 5. Group 5 is kind of like an other bucket.
Yeah.
It's like we got to these group levels. PAO is still going to be your top level base oil. Group 5 is a whole new thing.
Yeah, whole new thing.
All right, come on, I'm ready.
There's lots of. It's almost overwhelming the things that can fit in here, and I'm not even gonna try to remember them all. PAGs, esters,
Esters.
That's the one.
and there's a bunch more. I don't
Yep.
know. Like I need another 10 notepads to fill in another category, but
These are really
these are others.
good stuff.
And so,
For the most part, as 100% base oil, not usually very adequate for the situation. I
Right.
guess they work phenomenal as an addition, like part of an additive package.
Like an
or-
additive addition.
What?
Right.
Like an FR3?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Huh?
And if folks were watching last week,
TSC.
TSC, we had transmission stiction on there.
Yeah.
What's unique about our TSC, if you remember, I said, it's our only additive that has no additive. It is a pure ester.
There are two ingredients in TSC. Group 5 esters and pink.
Pink.
That's and pink.
And pink.
And Chris verified with me that's correct.
Okay. So,
I know I'm right.
there's color in there. But just goes to show, like, when we talk about oils and everything, if you remember last week, like, how that product works so well, it is literally a pure Group 5. Like, that's what we are. We're just using some really high-end stuff to do the job.
It didn't. Group, in most cases, depending, Group 5 oils enhance the quality of the others. There were a lot of tests with straight PAGs a while back for STLA. This is supposed to be the end-all, be-all kind of deal. It did not. The real-world results were not as fantastic as they thought. After the studies done, like the first year, they're like all excited, man, here it comes.
About the
We're gonna have it."
PAGs.
Yeah, we're doing the test right now, and the next year, like, yeah, it just didn't quite work.
Right.
So stick with the PAOs, guys.
And so, that's where a lot of the stuff you guys do in the lab is playing with different esters and finding different combinations. And like,
all kind,
and like we say with tribology, the unique thing is 1 plus 1 doesn't always equal
not
2.
even close.
So they can take 2 different esters, and then when they blend them, crazy stuff happens. So there's a lot of like
Good or
guess and
bad.
check,
Like
right?
the best of the best of the best all lined up equal a very poor product.
Right.
You grab 3 poor of the poor of the poor, and you have the synergy between
Right.
different things. It's amazing.
And which what we say
That's
though.
why it's fun.
The other unique thing with all of our oils, we pour our we blend all of our oils with our FR3, which you buy FR3 straight up, put it in. If you like your oil, keep your oil. Bison FR3 does wonders for any oil out there. We put it automatically into all of our oils. And FR3 comes from, we have esters in there. And some other stuff that help it disperse and stay suspended in the oil too, right?
That's the ester.
That's the esters. And so when we were talking about those chains earlier with Group 2 and Group 3s, I remember in training yesterday, you had mentioned about how the esters, remember the legs that he showed that can create oxidation? They also love to grab stuff like esters. So it's like
Additive package.
additive package. So
Actually.
this is, I learned this yesterday, I didn't know this. So when you get down to a conventional oil, since it has all those legs and wants to grab stuff, you can actually build an additive package on it. It wants to grab it really easily. So you can actually put a pretty good additive package into a conventional oil and blend it well. As you go up, since it's more synthetic and there's less arms out there creating problems, well, there's also nothing to grab these esters and everything. So it's something that these guys won't brag about, but we have the world's best R&D, I swear to you. And the reason is, once you get up to this Group 4 PAO level of oil, they don't have any of those arms up there. So it's like damn near impossible to blend good additive packages into a PAO. It's a great base oil, but it's really difficult to get it to blend additives into it and stay suspended. So the fact that these guys have figured out how to use the best base oil in the world, a Group 4 PAO, design and use some of the highest in esters that are available, make them work together and blend and stay in solution. These guys are
Mind
good.
blown.
Boom. And that's what these guys. That's what we do here. I mean, I know we joke about it a lot, but we really do some amazing science and technology
A
here.
whole lot. Let's be honest. It's not just
We are powered by science. And just know that anything that we put out, there is a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and time put into it to make sure that our products really go far past what any need you'll ever have. So, do you want to tie in? Or is that next week where we're going to get into how the Group 5s on standalone tying into the other oils? Your call.
You just said they're the arms.
They're the arms.
That's the secret. So even
And now Group 6.
So just because we just told you it's a 100% PAO base oil, and then Kyle just told you we have Group 5 there.
Right. So it's
So
4 or 5 blend, huh?
anyone in the business will not argue that a Group 5 and a Group 4 is not 100% PAO because it's needed and it's part of the additive package to keep everything in suspension.
Right.
So yes, there's Group 5 in there, and there's Group 5 because of the FR3, but
We have Group 5
they're part of the additive.
You can't have a Group 4 without Group 5 because
Correct.
you wouldn't have any additives.
Correct.
So it's impossible to have a 100% only.
You know what? And I want to kind of back up a little bit and tell my quick story about groups, anyways, and how they came to be. And Chris will correct my story, but this is why it gets so confusing with synthetic oils. Long story short, I'll make it really concise. In the 90s, they came out with these synthetic oils. They were literally PAO awesome oils. Like the industry changed, they started offering synthetic oil for the first time. It was a big thing in the 90s. You go to the shelf, you buy synthetic oil, you're buying PAO oil, really good stuff. And all the major manufacturers went after it. One of them, I'm not going to say names, I don't remember who it was actually. One of the big name companies said, I'm going to put a Group 3 out and call it synthetic. While everybody else had these Group 4 PAOs out. And they were like, you can't do that. That's not synthetic. And they're like, well, sue me. Well, they did. And this went it's a true story. You can look this stuff up. And so they had a major, court case. It went up through, through all the channels of Supreme Court stuff. And the High Court finally decided, we're not getting into oils. Like, you oil nerds, that's your own problem. We're not going to sit here and decide what's the what. Literally that day, the whole industry dumped PAO. And everyone said, well, we can call it Group 3 a synthetic.
Yep.
Well, then why even make this expensive, really difficult to make, really challenging product? It's really good, but heck, I can call it Group 3 a synthetic. Since that day in the 90s, that's why you see on the shelf synthetic oil, conventional and synthetic, and semi-synthetic. They're not really a synthetic. It's not a real synthetic oil. But there's no regulation on it, so they can slap synthetic on anything. And that's why we try to be a little more honest with our customers, and they try to explain this and explain that that's a group 3 they're looking at, and why a group 4 is a true synthetic. We're breaking down the molecules and building them back up. I mean, a human's doing that, you know. So it's just light years difference, and we're one of the only people that offer a pure group 4 out there, and that's why nobody wants to compete there, because they don't have to. They want to make money, so they put a group 3 out, they call it synthetic, and call it a day.
Really can't wait to try to clean that up on the drag strip. Hopefully, never have to.
You know,
I mean,
Rod
that's a challenge that I have to.
Rod Zolman said something to me about that once, and I asked him if he's ever had to clean up our stuff up, and he doesn't remember having to, but somebody told me it's a nightmare.
Yeah, there's been a few oils that have, they're extremely challenging to get up.
Yeah.
I mean, they stay slippery.
Yeah.
And I imagine it's all the science that you were talking about. I mean, it's hard to get it off the asphalts and concretes.
Well, look at the good side. When I talked to Rod about it, because Rod got educated on the products, and he's a big fan of ours, and I love Rod from Pacemaker's Dragway. And I asked him, I was like, well, have you ever cleaned up our oil? And, we got a lot of local people running our race oil over there at Pacemakers. And so I was like, well, you're darn right, because our motor's full. We're going to fix those motors. Yeah. It's all the other stuff that has to dump on the track. So he hasn't had to clean it up. So it says a lot about it holding motors together, too.
Right.
When you talk about synergy in the oil, I mean, that's the zinc and the animal, you get in there, not letting anything wear, along with that Group 4 PAO, not coming out of grade. I mean,
All right,
we
so
had a guy in here last week, had 2 seasons on his motor, didn't change it.
yeah.
The viscosity was the exact same as the QC book that I checked from that batch of oil.
Right.
yeah,
Wow.
200
over 200 passes.
So you
And
might have to change the filter every now and then, but I mean, you're not even putting that much time on it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's-
it was one of our local guys, Mike Emhoff. Shout out to Mike for stopping by and comes in with his oil analysis, and I was like, well, when did you change this? He's like, this is all you gave me last year. And I was like, you ran it all season. And he's like, yeah, how's it look? I'm like, I couldn't believe it.
And
You know?
it looked
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
perfect.
I told him to frame it.
Good.
So, all right, we're running out of time. We got a bunch of
I
questions.
didn't even get to the good stuff yet.
I know. I was gonna have to push it next week. Well, we got through the groups.
Oh no, I was gonna blow your mind with the PAO knowledge today.
We got to push it next week because I'd rather get questions answered.
Okay.
So, we're already kind of running late. So, everybody jump in on these questions. Trey, did you get taller? I think that was asked when you were standing up.
Yes.
Dylan says, just got my green diamond in the mail today. Awesome, Dylan. Thanks for telling us. Christian, I think we answered your question about the long intervals in the Frantz filter. Top fan badge, Justin Ziegler from Ziegler Diesel. We love the race oils. That's right, buddy. Watch out for Justin this year. He's got something planned. Chris Brosnan in. Ryan Riddle's in. Ryan, I just got your oil analysis, speaking of. Ryan, I got your transmission oil analysis and your motor oil analysis. Hit my brother up. We'll go through it. Looks good. Chris Ross says, love my Frantz bypass filter, taking it off my 2011 Ram and going on my 2019 Ram. That's another thing that we don't say enough with these things. They are a little pricey. The benefits far outweighs. I mean, how long you can go under oil, it pays for itself really quickly, but they never go bad. And now that we got new stainless lines and everything, it's the last one you ever buy. Put it on every single vehicle. It'll last longer than your vehicle. You buy it once,
Right.
put it on the next one. So good to hear, Chris, that you're putting it on the new 2019. Logan Dwayne says, I have a 6.0. If I ran your Blue Diamond with the Frantz filter, do I need to add stiction eliminator still? Right now I run Rotella T6 with stiction eliminator and alternate with FR3.
Okay.
Quick.
Make sure it's after the stiction, then just run the.
Right. So do a good fine dose of the stiction, and then
Then
you won't have to
switch
use
over.
it anymore because it's not going to
Right.
break down.
Because
as
our
it goes.
oils are infused with FR3.
Right.
That's right.
Quick.
So do one month, your last batch of Rotella stiction, you're done. FR3 is in our roll, you're good to go. Matt Goodrich says, probably has some FR3 on his beard.
It's the secret, guys.
Ryan Riddle says, you look more official in your lab coat.
He stole my lab coat.
Yeah. Ryan,
My nickname, my lab coat. What's next? My dog.
So Zach Savage says, where's the trans and rear diff fluid at? We got it. We got trans fluid.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you, when we just went through our groups, I should mention this. We just went through our groups. We offer, again, a Group 2-3 blend, a Group 3, a Group 4. When it comes to trans and gear oil, as of right now, they're all Group 4. We only offer the best of the best, highest end. So it's pricey, but if you want to protect your gears and your transmission, there's nothing better out there. So Really good stuff. Zach Williams says, nice set. Well, thank you. It looks nice from our angle, too, if you guys see this beautiful truck we're like staring at, too. So, I run both diffs and trans in my 7.3 Bearded Medic said. Mike Miller's watching. Watch out for Mike Miller this year. I'll tell you about him later. Sean Bearded Medic on display. Always answering him. Did you use Hot Shots ATF in your transmission? Asking Zach. We do get a lot of questions about application for transmission fluids, so feel free to call in if you want. If you go to our website, we also have our ATF has a long list of applications. We're not going to get into today, but we always say it doesn't meet, it exceeds all those. So a lot of times people are like, is it good? How can it do this one and this one? Because we're so far above all those manufacturers. Yeah, they're like, you need to be here. They're all at different levels. We just make it up to here, so it's like covers all those applications. Mary Paul's watching, or is it Don?
Could be either.
Could be either. We never know. Sean said, I sure did. Nice. Notice smoother shifting, less shuddering, cooler temps, and I used TSE prior to the fluid change. Just like we talked about last week, that's perfect. Throw some TSE in the old trans fluid, get some miles on it, let it get a scrubby dub, dump that stuff, put the good stuff in. A little scrubby dub, you like that?
It's going to go on the labels.
Instructions?
Yeah.
A little scrubby dub? Let's see, it definitely would. When I find my newer ride is going to get all fluids replaced, changing Hot Shots eased my mind. A breakdown, says Sean Bearded.
Even cool it. We even got it cool.
We even got cool. Yep. Chance Lancaster, Hot Shots all day, any day. Josh Hernandez, really good info. Glad you enjoyed it. We know we get kind of nerds sometimes, but we really do like to educate. It's nice to have our nerd here.
Do the right way.
Devin Daniels, I got my top fan badge. You sure did, Devin. Rocket Rapid. Oh, you're gonna make some people mad. People want those badges. They think Levi's in control of all that. Sean Beermack, still waiting on the 7.3 new style Frantz setup to come out. Well, I'll tell you what, Sean, and again, thanks for Trey to being here today. Thanks to Brandon for bringing his truck in today. We don't have the 7.3 quite there yet, but at least we're knocking them out as we go. And really, we need like donor trucks to come in and be able to do the proper measurements to find the exact best location that's kind of universal for everybody. That way, when we switch everybody over to these stainless lines, they can come pre-cut, ready to go, and it's a 2-minute install. Makes it really simple and easy to use. So Cummins are getting knocked out thanks to Mass Traction here. So
Thank you guys.
Cummins, make sure you guys stay tuned. We'll have those kits available here soon. 7.3. Can you stop by with one? We'll bring it in here, measure it, and stock 7.3.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. We do have a lot of donor vehicles.
The stock 7.3.
Not necessarily stock.
Not so stock. Yeah. Yep. So, John, we're working on it, bud. Matt Goodrich says, Mike tried my TSE in my 2016 F250. It has never shifted right since mile 0. People tell me it's the transmission computer's adaptation strategy, but my dad's 2011 F250, 260,000 miles, original fluid in the tranny, shifts smooth as butter all day long.
All right, Matt. I'll call you later. I can bring some back with me. We can do that next week. So.
Really, Matt, it's worth a shot. If you go back and watch last week's episode, we really kind of dug into the TSE. It's worth a shot. If it's another mechanical problem, we'll give you your money back anyways. But that's why we do it. Pour it in, let us know how it goes. Christian Bates says, I'm going to be in Ohio in October, but I'm not going to take my 7.3 excursion. And you already confessed that it's a project, so we don't think it's going to be stock either. But we appreciate it. Any closing words, Brandon? Where can people find Mass Traction? What's coming up for you guys?
Visit us on masstraction.com. Visit us on all our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube coming soon.
And you're about to head south, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going south tomorrow. We're headed to
Can't wait to get out of this cold.
Yeah, I got my monk boots on. I don't think I've taken them off since I left South Georgia about a month ago. I got broke down in Wisconsin and in the cold weather, and I'm about done with this stuff.
Yeah,
ready to get back to racing and enjoy some family, and got to stop by and see my Hot Shots family. So really excited. I'm really excited to see this oil in action.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and we'll keep you guys posted. Will you, Brandon Brandon keeps us up to date all the time. I mean, I hear from him all the time.
Thousands of miles every couple. I mean, we just changed oil on this.
And one side note
miles.
too,
Yeah.
you're such a junkie on our fuel additives.
Yes.
What, and I'm sure you're going to continue that.
Yeah.
That in conjunction, we actually, Levi had a great article that we had written about how fuel additives help clean your oil, and everyone was like, huh?
That was me.
Is that you? You wrote
I
that?
wrote that.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
It is.
Great article.
That's it, and it doesn't get us there.
Exactly, because we're burning the fuel more efficiently,
Right.
so it just helps the whole system out. Now we talked earlier about how this has to battle sit.
Right.
You sit and let sit to it.
Right.
So keep it up on the fuel additives. The whole system will work.
Use the
We'll keep you
EDP.
posted. Do you give us permission to post all your oil analysis publicly?
Absolutely. I
There we
think
go, guys.
should.
We're not going to hide it. We're going to put it out there. We're going to see what this truck
Let's
does.
do it.
And he takes this all over the country with an extremely large trailer with all of his track equipment. It's one heck of a
40,000 pounds, and we're fully loaded rolling down the road.
Yep. So
Tractors, 60 top fuel tires on.
Yeah.
4-wheeler sprayer, scooters.
it's a true test.
Yeah.
It's a true test. So thanks again, Brandon, for bringing it in. We're going to continue today to knock that out. So come, guys, stay tuned. We're going to have the new kits up. Trey, what's up with you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Trey Sykes, and then I'm working on social media, so whenever that happens, I'm going to come on. We're going to do a 2-hour special with just me. I'm just going to talk to you guys for 2 hours and just kind of beg you to follow me on social media. So just be ready for
It's
that.
the Lumberjack 1320, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. I think so.
Lumberjack 1320. I've got 6 followers on Instagram right now.
Let's help him out.
We could double
We
our
just
followers.
reached 4,000 the other
Right.
day.
Yeah. And Trey's down in North Carolina. For those of you down there, he loves to stop by and tell you all about his stuff because, like, again, he is more of a nerd about our products. That's why he's excited we're doing oil today. He's like, I'm going to talk oil. So really good guy to have you stop by and tell you about all our products too. So, Aaron, where can they find you?
I'm just hanging out.
He's in the lab.
Technical director of R&D, he's busy.
I like to say hanging out. But
All right, so let's pick 2 winners today, and they're going to get an oil analysis kit that we'll ship out, and so we'll, it's like taking blood analysis. We'll tell you the health of your motor and how things are running there. So I want to give one to John Baer Jr., Baehr Jr., and remember what I said last week?
I remember.
So we always try to give, this stuff out to like people that, new people, new names, new faces that come on, And I thought about it, I'm like, we purposely avoid some of the people that are here every single week. So we're gonna give a little both now. We're gonna give some new faces. James Bruce, he puts it in every week. He's here,
He leaves it right
day and
night.
night. So James Bruce,
Check to see how that loop's going.
hit us up, James. We're gonna give you an oil sample kit and see how the health of your vehicle's doing out there. So, any closing words, anybody? Anything else?
No?
Educate yourself about oil, folks. Contact us. We got a great customer service here that like to talk oil. So if you have questions, send them in. If you're watching this later, post later, we'll respond. And hopefully more people understand what they're putting in their vehicles and how we can really take your vehicle to the next level and keep it running a long time. That's what we do here.
And save money.
Save money.
Real results, powered by science. HotShotSecret.com.
He said it. Till next week, everybody have a good week. Well, I'll be going next week. You'll be back. We're going to finish up our oil talk. Maybe Chris will be here. Kevin?
Maybe.
All right.
You never know.
You never know who's going to be here. So,
Oh, that's right. We switched it.
yeah,
I just want to know who their favorite is. Their
Well-
favorite combo. It's you two, isn't it?
we'll see. We'll see. So tune in next week. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody.
That's
Definitely, dude.